Right? First and foremost, you want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash, number one, to the apostle and elders of great millstone, who taught us the truth, honor the citations to the elect, to the men, women, and children, to the men that died doing the work of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, that they shall rise first. To the men, women, and children that believe on the true name of the Father and the Son, which the Father's name is Yahweh, he exists. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai, he is the deliverer. So he's coming to deliver us out of this captivity that we're in. Right? Y'all here once again on the highways and hedges, prophesy the downfall of America, aka Babylon, man. You know? And what you can see, the fall of this place and the gross darkness that's on this place. Because these people are still walking around in darkness. No, like back in ancient Egypt, but the darkness that they felt, they actually felt it, man. You know? And we coming into the time of what the Passover. So you're going to start to see a lot of things happen rapidly, even more rapidly. And we're praying that this is the last Passover that we're in, man. Like, we want to be delivered out of this thing. Our souls are tired of being here. While our people want to be here, man. You know, they love being in slavery. They love being in captivity. They love serving their slave masters. Why? Because it's easy for them. They can't see themselves being on a higher level, you know, of being rulers. They want to be the followers. You know, even like you had what's that, HOI, which they went and got on another camp platform. Then you had the two DMX come by, you know, and they ain't even teaching the name. They said the name, all they said was Yahweh Shai's name one time. They said Jesus Christ multiple times. So these dudes is out of pocket, man. These dudes, they like, and they covered under those 501c3 charters, man. And the Lord is getting tired of these people playing with you, man. Just because you a big name camp or something. That don't mean nothing. The biggest name is Yahweh. And after that is Yahweh son. So if you ain't teaching that, what the fuck is you teaching, man? If you ain't teaching the downfall of Babylon, what the fuck is you teaching? If you ain't teaching the RFID microchip as the mark of the beast, what the fuck is you teaching, man? Salvation for your people. Our people are sick. Our people are sick. And they walk around every day trying to be other nations and everything. But we got a power that we can pray to. Right? You know? And the woman just walked past and said, yeah, you ain't lying about that. Why? Because our people know that they're sick. It takes a sick type of a demented person like you really hate your own self that much. You want to kill your brother. And that's the reason why the Lord put us out here, man. This is spiritual power on a low level, which the ultimate spiritual power is coming. You just have to hold fast and go through the trials and tribulations. Bear your own cross, man. Bear your cross. That's what you got to do. But a lot of people fumble the ball, they want to drop it for Babylon's sake, for things here in Babylon. If you know history, and that's the point of knowing history, man. Going back, seeing what happened. As the scriptures say, what was written aforetime is for our learning and for our understanding. So if you know this kingdom fell for these certain things, that this same kingdom doing, what the hell you think will happen to this kingdom, man? Oh, they got something right better. And then you got certain Israelite camps, they're not healing the sick, man. They'll tell you, oh, you're an Israelite. But then they still do nigga shit. How the fuck? And yo, DMS out here, rapper, this is that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. But you invited this man to your bathroom. How the fuck he gonna come to a bathroom, man? Did he give up everything to follow after Yahweh Shem outside by Shem dots? But you grant him Godspeed. Niggas fucking crazy, man. Right. Shalom, brother. This is the book. This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 10, verse 8. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils, freely we have slack it. Freely. Because they're cut. Top. As St. Matthew chapter 10, verse number 1. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. That's right. So that's what the Lord Yahweh Shah gave us, man. You know, when he called his disciples together, he gave us that power. He gave us the blueprint to that power. And that's the reason why we're out here on the highways and hedges, man. And it starts with the word, man. You have to believe. If you don't have no belief in the casting the demon out, that's why them demons hopped on the roof, man. You know? Which means the brother was something and the brother's up top. You know? The GMS Solomon Assembly. You know? And the brother Gabor Shawar and the brother Ryan Mob. You know? They was like, yo, you have to fast for these things, man. You know? That's why Yahweh Shah was able to cast out a lot of demons, man. But he gave us that power. And what you're supposed to do to follow after that blueprint. To cast these demons out. The power is here. You just have to believe that it's here. And like you know, the power is here. Like for me, Yahweh Shah, he was telling them, the things I do, you shall do even greater. Right. Dr. Podcast. Right. And you see people with masks, because the only position is Yahweh Shah, is the word. Right. Right. The scripture. That's the antidote. Right. That's going to allow, because you can, no needle or anything can heal a spiritually sick person. Right. You know? Right. It has to combat with another spirit. Right. And that's why you got these doctors, man. They try to make you physically sick as well. We spiritually sick. Why you think they got the corona like, oh, we already got it spiritually sick? Now it's time to take it completely out, man. We got this beat. You know, we gonna jab them with that, you know, and get them up out of it. And yo, with jabbing, you think about the word jab in boxing, you jabbing somebody, you trying to get them off. And that's how you know that this truth is fucking Esau up, man. So they like, yo, we gotta jab them up out of here. So yo, I'm gonna hit them with this jab, this jab, this jab. And yo, it's 4 jabs. And the 4th one, I guess that's supposed to be the uppercut, man. To get your ass up out of here. But the Lord is not going for none of that, man. Though his men is not going for none of that, and they're not going to fall for that. It's just like that, the lady that brought a seizure last night. Yo, God. Wow, but you see how she's like, oh, thank you. She ain't want to hop on that ambulance, man. Yes. You know? Everybody else trying to do this. You know, we don't do that. Like, yo, you know, Yeah, cut, yeah. And, on the side. That's right, brother. That's right. That's right.
Like you're gonna see a lot of stuff like that.
Right. And that was just a test to see what brothers gonna do. Are you just gonna fool? Because brothers, there's a lot of brothers in this truth that never saw nobody firsthand get murdered. Never saw nobody get shot up. You know? Never saw nobody die from natural causes right in front of their face. Never saw nobody die from no overdose. You know? And God, when you see shit like that, you was just talking to a person, then you spin a block and he's gone. That's psychological shit right there, man. But you have to be strong and you have to believe in your heart, Hashem outside, Hashem God, to make it through that, man. Right. So you see these things right here on a lower level. Imagine when it hits high scale, man. When you see tens of thousands of people die. But it tells you in the book of Psalms, man. But you think you're prepared for what's about to happen in Babylon the Great, man.
Verse 2. Now the names of the 12 apostles. Should I speak that? Verse 2. Now the names of the 12 apostles are these. The first Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew, his brother, James, the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, Philip, and Bartholomew, Thomas, Matthew, James, the son of Alphaeus, and Gabius, whose surname was Tammuz, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him.
So look, man, the Lord had all these men around him, right? And he was teaching them how to heal the people. But when he was supposed to send them off, and they're supposed to go to all four corners in that room right there, when he was supposed to teach them. That's why he had the 12, man. And they was from everywhere. They wasn't from the same region, man. That's why I said Simon and Canaanite. This brother, that brother. They gave you specific names. And you look them up for yourself where they came from. You know? Because they all came from different regions. And not even just the 12, the Lord, man, he went around and he had another 70 as well, man. They wasn't from all the same places, man. But he came and delivered the same message. Yo, go heal these people. And he gave them specific instructions where to go to heal those people, man. It's no coincidence we're in Philadelphia, man. Speaking out here on the highways and hedges, talking to the people. It's no coincidence, man. And you got brothers on all four corners of the earth, wherever we were scattered. Why to try to heal them and heal them first? But you got brothers out here, they want destruction first. What spirit is that, man? That's the spirit of Esau, man. If you care about your brother, you love your brother, of course you're going to want him to be healed, man. And you know we got it 2/3. You think Yahweh, if he wants to really kill him, he has to do what he has to do. Because he's spoken. He don't take no pleasure in that. But what has to be done for disrespecting. And that's all for his power and his glory.
Right.
But you got dudes that glory in the death of their own people, man. They don't know nothing about healing.
Verse 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles,
right,
and into any city of the Samaritans enter you not.
That's right. So that's instructions, direct instructions. Yo, listen. So these people over here, the Gentiles, yo, they're not Israelites. And that's when people get the scriptures messed up. Because the Lord gave you specific instructions what not to do with where. And hey, man, he even told you, going amongst your own people, they're still going to be rebellious. They're not even going to listen to you. But our people trying to save everybody. And then, yo, the Lord is he's so precise in everything that he does. He'll send you to a spot where it looks like it's all Edomites, but they actually take. But the naked eye, they look at it like, oh God, like the Pharisees, man. Oh, he went to the Gentile. He's unclean. How he want to teach them people? Why? Because the Spirit wasn't dealing with you niggas, man. The same way now. The same exact way now. They like, oh, you gotta be dark. You gotta look black to be an Israelite. That's a bunch of bullshit. And that's an unlearned state. And it's proof time and time and time and time again.
Hey, but they weren't spiritual.
That's right, that's right.
You know, scripture says we fight not against flesh and blood.
Right.
You know, these people are possessed with demons.
Right.
You know, we're possessed with a righteous spirit.
Right.
You know, because that was but that's why they when they saw Yahweh Shai sitting with the sinners and publicans, you know, they murmured because they didn't understand. You know,
Right.
the greater thou art, the more humble thou shalt be. Yahweh Shai went to these places. You know, Galilee, where you would see like a Kensington. You know, where you would see addicts and and those are the people that really have genuine love.
Right.
People like that, the ones you least expected.
Right.
You know, you never know. Just like how we still, but in a sense, we're being healed daily, right? Because our old man is being shut down. It's a daily thing. It's not just I put away the old man already. Now I'm not gonna make no more mistakes. No more mistakes. We're constantly striving every day.
Right.
Through actions, through your words,
Right.
even with your thoughts.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah, that's good.
Continue reading verse 6. It says, but go further to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's right. That's what we're doing, man. We're going to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And how you know you're doing that? The Lord is going to put the Spirit on you to do so. You know? And the Spirit has to be dealing with you. Start with the apostles on down, man. That's in the right spirit, in the right doctrine. You know, the men that's under that doctrine. You know? Because you got, man, I talk to so many men, and it's not about me, man. And I know brothers can attest the same way. You talk to so many men on the street a day, and then when you start talking about the Israelites and all that, they be like, damn, I went to this camp. When you start getting the camp, they like, man, they wouldn't even talk to me. And I'd be like, wow, man, because the way I look. But then when you talking to the brother that says, try the spirit, by the spirit, and you read the spirit, he's a Jacob. You know? And that goes back to that old doctrine. Yo, you go to One West, and a lot of brothers took teaching, yo, you're not black in this, that. And they would look at an apostle to hard minute. You know? He was like, they used to watch videos and be like, damn, man, you know what? That person might have been a Jake, and they got crushed up. You know? That's why the Lord, he moved, man. He forgives, and he moves in graduation. The same way Esau tried to move, the Lord moves even better, man. He moves even slicker. Because I know when I first came in, I started seeing these crackers. I'm cussing all of them out, man. It was no holds barred, man. But that's called the growing process, and you have to learn, man. Because you could have offended somebody that looked like another nation that was an Israelite that was part of the elect. But they don't think about it. It's just black this, black that, black, 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 black. How the fuck is going to be like that when you scatter on all four corners of the earth, man? Everywhere. I'm just a man that want to cause confrontation. That's Satan, man.
It's not looking at upon his statue. It said the Lord sees the inward part of them. You know? Verse 7, Matthew chapter 10, verse 7. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils.
Yep.
Freely ye have received, freely give.
That's right. See that? So that's what we supposed to be doing. Coming out here, healing the sick, man. And yo, how it starts, basically, by coming out here in the highways and hedges, having the right doctrine, and coming at these devils next, man. You know, and being sincere about it. Not just trying to learn, yo, I learned some scriptures, I'm going to just come out here and quote it. Anybody can learn the scripture and come out here and quote it. Anybody can learn the breakdown and come out here and quote it. But is the Spirit of the Lord working with you? And that's what people don't understand. And you have to be amongst these people, man. Because why? They are your people, man. They're your people. We are a nation. We are a nation that fell, man. Just the same way you see it, the Edomite nation is falling. And they're going to be in the place that we are. But people can't see that. Why? Because all they can see is right in front of their face, man. We're supposed to be something different. We're supposed to be set apart. Not like everybody else that walks this planet, man. But you want to get in where you fit. You're supposed to get into your heritage, man. That's where you fit in. That's why the Lord sent us out here to speak to our people. Because you are a nation who's so proud and you don't even know what's coming to you. Y'all want to point the finger, laugh. Think it's funny. Look at those niggas. Wait till the Lord start laughing at you. Because we in those times. And I pray to the Lord, this is our last Passover in this captivity. And I pray after the Passover, destruction under us. Right. On a high level that you people have never saw a day in your life. Since you think everything is sweet. The words of the Lord is sweet to you. It's funny to you.
There's the Book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 26. I also will laugh at your calamity.
That's right.
I will mock when your fear coming.
That's right. So, and you people right now, you're starting to get scared, man. You're starting to be scared as hell. But, the Lord, like, when we see things, we be in the crib really rolling. Like somebody told the funniest joke we ever heard in our life. But we see certain things, like, we really be laughing. Why? Because that's the way they laughed at us when they took us out of our power. They was happy to take us out of Jerusalem. They was happy to steal our heritage. They was happy to steal our tradition. They was happy to keep us in bondage. But the tables are about to turn, man. You know? The tables are really about to turn on you. And we come out here week in and week out saying the same thing, trying to heal our people before it happens. But at the end of the day, it's all up to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kadash, man. It ain't up to us. You know? How is the Lord going to laugh? He's going to use his name. He's not physically going to come down here and laugh at you. He's going to use his man so it's right in front of your face so you can see it and feel it.
This Book of Proverbs, chapter 5. I'm going to start at 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors.
Right, and that's what we're doing now, man. You're standing in the face of the ones that afflict. The ones that afflicted. You damn Edomites, man. The so-called white man and all you other nations, man. Because we've been under slavery under all of y'all. But guess what? Y'all going under, all of y'all are going under slavery under the Israelites.
That's right.
And when we come into power, it's never going to stop. Like bad boys when they was popping. I thought I told you that we won't stop. We not going to stop, man. We not going to stop ruling. We always going to do, man. The same way, like Yahweh, he created all this, man, and he's been in power, he's going to give it to his children. But y'all the Israelites, man. The 12 tribes, the so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, man. And you speckled birds, man. You're coming back in the power. But people get offended when we speak like that. They taking away your so-called First Amendment. But you niggas let that happen. Cut. They censor you on YouTube. Oh, you can't say that. But yet they tell you that it's free speech. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's a double-minded man. And in this society now, the way the up and coming time, y'all so sensitive, man. Yo, go back and watch Archie Bunker. These little niggas can't watch Archie Bunker or the Jeffersons or Sanford and Son. Cause the way that they spoke, man. Cause they kept it real. They called you niggas and all that. Try to do that now, man. Oh, he's a transgender. You gotta accept him for the way he is. That's how you know this place is done. And that's why the righteous men is standing up right now and speaking against that. In front of the people that's trying to desensitize this place, man. And everybody just ride with the agenda of the so-called white man. They ride with that.
Wow.
So when the destruction of this place comes, you can't say that she wasn't warned and you didn't hear it, man.
This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 12, verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to get peace on earth.
That's right.
I tell you, nay,
That's right.
but rather division.
That's right. So the Lord is bringing that division, man. You know, and he tells you, a house that's divided cannot stand, man. So the Lord is dividing everything up. Why? Because you have to choose a side. Do you ride with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Kadash, or do you ride with the gods that he gave this world to serve, man? Or do you ride with your slave master's God that taught you that shit? So he's bringing division, man. He ain't trying to bring no peace on this earth right now. But the peace is coming. And the peace is going to leave you in the peace.
That's right.
Because he ain't coming back rapping, man. You powerful people, man. You got a lot to pay for. And all he's doing is putting his hand out there trying to plead with you, man. He's being humble. The first time he came humble, man. He rode into Jerusalem on a donkey, man. The Galilee on a donkey, man. To fulfill prophecy. And that's the first spirit ever created doing that. And that's what we're supposed to learn from. But everybody wants to find a Bentley, man. A Bugatti into their place and look down on their people. The Lord's not doing that, bro.
Swift, like it tells you in the Apocrypha, basically not to envy sinners, but they know not what they're envying. You know?
God, that's right.
So these people that like yo, we're right now. This is a sacrifice, young man.
That's right.
You know what we're doing, right? It's a sacrifice. You know, because anything can happen.
God.
We're just basing everything we do on with the faith of the Lord. You know, but these people, they sacrifice themselves for materialistic things. You know, they sacrifice themselves for vain glory. You know, for things that more peace. They sacrifice things that people cover. You know, we're sacrificing for that which shall never be taken away. You know, the Lord said, I come to prepare a place for you.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And this is the beginning where the building blocks of the tabernacle of David.
Right.
Being raised up. You know? So the scripture saying we're going to stand in great boldness. Because we're tired of living like this. This ain't living. This is surviving. Brothers got pains. Brothers that have families taken away. You know, we're constantly in shame then. You know, the things that we know, and these people constantly look down on us.
Right.
You know, fuck us, they look down on the one that sent us. You know, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua.
Right.
You know, that's the one they look down on, which on the contrary, they're supposed to look up to. You know? Because salvation is spirit that we expect.
Right.
You know? But maybe it's so not an end.
Yeah, but
So real quick, this is the book of Deuteronomy for the brother, because, you know, back him up. It says Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 29. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end.
Man, so if you was wise, a man with understanding, yo, and that goes into humility and accountability. You know? Because you like, yo, if I'm doing this, man, what's the end result? But they don't do it. They don't give a fuck, man. They're like, yeah, I'm fucking this man's wife. I don't give a fuck. Then your ass keep cutting down in the street. Oh, he was a good man. Oh, this had to happen to him. Yeah. But you commit all types of adultery and all that. And you an Israelite. I don't give a damn about spoken nation. Because you could do what the hell you want to do. This is there for the Israelites, man. You know? Yeah, it's no repentance for you heathens, man. But they like, damn, yo, he was a good man, but he's doing all type of wickedness not considered. Then you got some niggas that be like, yo, man, I remember like when I was in the world and getting locked up and all that. You know, it was a dude who's like, man, you know what? I know I sell drugs, I do this, but this just a part of my lifestyle. And eventually I'm gonna get caught, so I'm gonna be in and out of here. So he ain't give a fuck. He accepted that. He accepted defeat, man. You ain't accepting that, man. You know, the world men of the Lord, they're not accepting defeat. Why? Because the battle has already been won, man. That's right. But they really don't consider. They don't consider the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rahah Kodash. They don't consider it. They just consider all these packets going to come by and lock me up about this. But they put that stuff there for you, man. I got to slip for the brother to back him up because, yo, we come out here and we make our bodies sacrifice. We sacrifice things, man. You know? Because back in the ancient time, what we do? We used to sacrifice our animals, man, different offerings for Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua. Yo, Yahweh Shah came where he do. He sacrificed his body for all Israel, man. Start with the elect. He sacrificed his body. How many of you niggas can do that? For your brother. This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. So that's what we're supposed to do, man. Come out here and sacrifice our bodies, just like all the ancient prophets did, man. Even the 7 brothers, because they wasn't going out like that. They cared about their heritage that much, man. But you niggas is weak. All you do is care about what the hell you can see in front of your goddamn face. When all that's really gone. That's why the Lord gave his men that insight. You got that extra information, man. You know what times you living in, man. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. But you Jews don't have no wisdom nor no knowledge. That's why you unstable right now, man. When your children run into you with tears in their eyes, their stomach touching their back, and you don't know what the hell is going on, while we telling you right now what's really going on. Then, only then you're going to think about the Lord. But then it's going to be too late, man. Proud ass American. Proud ass Babylonian. Since you want to vie with your captivity, you going to die with your captivity, man. Straight like that. Right. And it says, it says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High, man. So you have to renew your mind. You can't keep walking around here thinking like this place. You know, and I'm going to go back to the whole DMX situation. Them dudes wasn't trying to renew his mind, man. They wasn't telling him about the Lord for real. They using words like Jesus Christ and all that. He already used the words, man. So how is you trying to heal that man? Tell him, oh, he's an Israelite. And he shook his head. Yup, I know that. What is you telling him that he doesn't know? You Israelites, man, a lot of you people out here, the majority of you people are gonna fucking die, man. Horribly. Try that shit, man. We all gonna die. Not everybody gonna die. That's how I know you don't understand the scripture. We all gonna die. It's gonna be some men that get beamed up and don't see death.
That's right.
So you was missing for fucking niggas, man. And that's he gonna be one of the niggas that die one of the hard ones, man.
Hey, Yahweh Shah conquered that.
That's right. But he don't know about we all gonna die, dog. What about so what's Elijah, man? Elijah didn't see death. So that shit he talking, get the fuck out of here, man.
Also, Enoch too, right?
Yeah, Enoch too, man. They ain't see death. And it tells you in the scripture. Matter of fact,
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. So far beyond all that they look for.
that's right.
I should ask you that. They shall not take that.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
Because this goes into how, when the chariots come, how when Yahweh shall come with the holy angels, how they're going to deliver, the elect that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth.
That's right.
Verse 4. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled
That's right.
with terrible fear and shall be amazed.
That's right. So when they see it, what they gonna see? They gonna see them chariots coming. You know? And and hey man, that's happening right now. They're trembling with terrible fear, horrible. They're like, oh shit. Oh my God. We supposed to be shooting at that. Why are we fighting each other? And that's so scriptural because the Lord already spoke those things. And in the midst of World War III, when they shoot at each other, they're going to see them chariots come down. Then they're going to come together and fight against the Lord, man. And he put that spirit on them. So they're going to be amazed, scared to death. But the Lord's still going to put the spirit on them to do what? To fight against him, man. So he can fuck your ass up.
Says, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
That's right, because they're going to see men getting beamed up. Ain't nobody never see that in this lifetime, man. So they're going to be like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, he was just standing here. You're going to see some, these are the times where you're going to really see some things that you never saw in your lifetime. And that's for all you scientists, motherfuckers, for all you people that want to go against the scriptures and try to make them seem like they're wrong. For all your research, you can't research these things, man, and try to prove them wrong. Go try to prove that wrong. It's going to be too late. You're going to see it.
Says so far beyond all that they look for.
That's right. So far beyond all that they look for. So they ain't looking for that. These fucking niggas, man. You know what? You right to be scared when you see those chariots, man. Because you don't know if they're coming for your salvation and your destruction. But Esau got you niggas so fucked up that you think that they coming to destroy your ass. And they is, man. For a lot of you niggas. They coming to destroy a lot of you niggas. But real swift, this is Matthew chapter 16, verse 28. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to 27. For that nigga that walked by talking about, yo, we all gonna die, dog. Fuck, dumbass nigga, man. And this is Yahweh Shah speaking. So, you mean to tell me that this man that walked past, he knows more than Yahweh Shah? And these words are already written. The words he talking is foolishness. They're void. They mean nothing. They're vain. He can't tell us about what's going to happen, man. This is Matthew chapter 16, verse 27. It says, for the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels. I'm going to read that again. This is Matthew chapter 16, verse 27. It says, for the Son of Man shall come in the glory of his Father with his angels. So he's coming in the glory of his Father because he always gave praise to his Father, man. But you fucking twisted ass Christians, all you talk about, oh yeah, God came down here in the flesh. No, he sent his son. Because if Yahweh came down here with his energy and his vibration, the globe would explode. So that lets you know right there, you unlearned, man. And that's how much Yahweh loved his people, who he chose for himself. He separated people for himself, man. You know? And he's coming back with all his glory, with the angels. Because when he comes, yo, man, you're going to see a so-called black man pop out that sky, angry as hell in his glory. Why? Because you shitted on him the first time he was here, man. When you knew he was Yahweh Shai. All right? It says, it's a lot. It says, and then he shall reward every man according to his works. So you got a reward for your good deeds and your bad deeds. And that's what the Lord is coming back to give you, niggas, man. Not just you niggas, you heathens too. No sin goes unpunished, but you have some men that's exempt. That mark, that noir, that's exempt from judgment. Why? Because they turn back to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rachah. It says, verse 28, it says, verily I say unto you, there be some standing here, which shall not taste of death, till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Good. So that dude walked by talking all that bullshit. Yeah, we all got died, dog. I guess he never read that. And that's Yahweh Shai speaking. And Yahweh Shai, he's of his father, Yahweh. So he's a man that he cannot lie. But why would you care about the truth when the lie is more enticing?
Hey, real quick, you know what I'm saying? I just thought of it because look, it happened already.
Right.
So what the scriptures say, the Lord requires that which is past. It's up to you. But he requires that which is past. Whether it's destruction, salvation, you know, healing. And there's nothing new under the sun. No? It's like when everybody, like during the time of Noah, right? When he was by himself with his family, and you know, he prophesied for about 130 plus years, I believe. No, all those people didn't take heed until Noah had the ark, you know, and everybody was trying to get in. But what? The Lord shut that door. Because this ark is a modern day ark, is going to be those chariots.
That's right.
When the Lord locks you in, that's it.
Right.
And these people are going to be too late. The doors of repentance is closing. You know? Right. And that's even for us as well, double.
Right. That's
right. We still need to repent then. You know? We still got to repent then.
Right.
Because Yahweh Shai ain't come back yet.
Right.
That's why it says, are seeking the Lord while he may be found.
That's right.
And we know he's able to be found. How? Through all the prophecies that's manifested.
Right.
No?
Right.
And the Lord did it to all these other kingdoms that we were in captivity of.
Right.
So what? It said in Malachi, the Lord changed that. So why we destroy all those other wicked kingdoms that we was in captivity of and just leave America and this way of society just continuously rapping and getting worse. It's getting worse. So the Lord is speeding up the time for the elect's sake. Because if not, no flesh will be saved.
Right.
So that's why we need the Lord. Shit.
So, Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15, it says that which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And the Most High requires that which is past.
Right? You got people like in the world. You got family members, when there's a reunion, they don't forget about certain shit. Start bringing up, oh, you remember the 2 hours reunion? But but the Lord forgets. That's why in Peter's, it states the third chapter, where they think that the gods are falling asleep. So what? They don't consider that the Lord is the one bringing all these things. The Lord creates light and darkness. We say, I the Lord do all these things. What is it? Allah Shadia,
Terrible father. Terrible like father. But no, man, like what the brother said, man. They about to feel that terrible like power. Because everything in America and all that, all they believe, they was like, yo, I can't pray to a God that would kill little children. Oh, bro, good, bro. They was like, I can't pray to a God that would do that. Why would a God do that? Why? Because you don't understand it. And it wasn't given unto you to understand.
in the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse number 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, wow. No? Let the brother, light that up. You read it again. That's a heavy scripture. Because the earth shall wail because of you. No? These people are gonna wail, they're gonna be in fear. They're gonna all these the families, all these plagues that's coming, that's happening, right? The diseases, you see people dropping dead, getting boils, bodies swollen, all for taking that food. And now they say that there's a new strain, which is a SARS COVID-2 or whatever. And they're saying that it's worse. And it's going to hit certain areas within March. That's how you know that shit's set up. No? But the Lord is going to he's going to intensify these plagues. He's going to intensify the famine. Look over there in Houston. It looks like a third world country over there. Right? People standing in line with buckets to get water. You got people that have their food outside in the snow just to keep it cold. No water, none of that. But these people still not considering the Lord. Talking about, oh, I worked so hard for this. Oh. Like, yo, man, you gonna read this meeting.
Like, no facts, like the brother said about that whole jazz. Now your DNA, the word, the initials for DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid, right? So dioxy, if you go back to the Latin, it's of a Latin origin, which means God, right? So that's your God-like team. And who's that is? The Israelites. You know? Then you go into the word ribbo, right? Ribbo goes back to the word rabbi, which is master, Lord. Right? You know? So they know like the Israelites, that's why they always want to test your DNA. Yo, let's do a DNA test on it. See where it goes back to. You know? So now you got a thing called the mRNA, man. Which the M stands for messenger. And the Lord, what he do, he put his messengers out here. Who was his messengers? The prophets, man. You know? He put his messengers out here, which are the prophets, and we giving y'all the message. But the Lord speaks to us, man. You know? That's how he speaks to y'all. Our DNA are defined to the art. Which tribe we are, man. You know? Our heritage and all that. Like you can't have an Edomite with the same DNA as an Israelite, man. It just don't work like that. Because they don't have a God type gene, man.
Hey, that's like, can a zebra become a lion?
That's right, God.
You know, like the scripture said, can a leopard change his spot?
That's right, God.
You know? And also with the pineal gland, which is in the center of our brain, it looks like an eye, a retina.
That's right.
But that's what gives allows us to have dreams. You know, have these psychedelic like visions. You know what they do? They create fluoride, put it in the water, put it in the toothpaste. You know, and that destroys your bones, and it goes into your nervous system. You know, I don't want to go too much in the medical because I don't want to give us a flag, you know, a strike. But it just shows you how they studied our people, and they studied how to destroy our people. You know, because even with all these with the pharmacy, right, which is I believe a Latin form of cure, which is what witchcraft. You know, and even on top of the writing, they got the little bowl with the little thing to mash it up. You know, because that's what they did for witchcraft, right? Messing with all these herbs and things like that. But yeah, man, I mean, and then with the television, you know, all that radiation, you know, with the phones, you got a lot of people that have gotten tumors because of always being on their phone.
That's right. Right, yo, real swift to back you up. What the brother said about what's that, the pineal gland? You know, because when you sleep in the Lord is still in your instruction, man.
Oh,
This is the book of Job, chapter 33, verse 15, starting at verse 15. It says, in a dream, in the vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction.
And that's why the scriptures also say the deceived and the deceiver are his.
That's right.
The Lord is allowing, you know, Esau and the East that do the society. Like it said, Job 9:24, the earth is given. It was given unto the hands of the wicked. So therefore, the Lord is allowing these things to happen.
Right.
You know? So it's like, yo, if I give you something, yo, do whatever you want with it. Because right now it's in your possession. You know? We gave you what? The fatness of the earth. Right? So, hey man, that's why you gotta know who the enemy is. Because if you don't know who the enemy is, you're not gonna know from whence you're getting attacked. You know?
And if I may, like going back into the to the dreams, like yo, look at Nebuchadnezzar, man. He had that dream, the writing on the wall. Go back to the Pharaoh of Egypt, man. When Joseph was on the scene, he had that dream. So the Lord uses Israel all the time to really break down these things, man. He gives, even if you were heathen, he'll give you dreams. And you were seeking, he gave Alexander the Greek the dream to let him know that he was going to move, man. For that time period. Because that's where you get Alexander Egypt from. The Lord ordained that, man. And he spoke to him in what a dream. So he instilled the instructions of men through dreams, man. Visions, because your dreams are actually visions that you have it. And a lot of times you don't understand them. And the Lord might send somebody fast, like, oh, you have what? Oh, dang, you know what? That's what this is. Or sometimes you might find out when it happened. You'd be like, oh, shit. I'm in this right now. I dreamed about this. That's the Lord is sitting, giving you your instructions while you were sleeping. Why do you think, man, Esau want to have sleep tests? Or matter of fact, X that. They want to have, they hypnotize you. They be like, you're getting sleep. You watch that movie, Get Out.
Oh, yeah.
When the woman, she did that little shit, you're going into a sinking place or something. Yeah, so they put you in a chair. Why? Because you sleep. Now she's trying to play the role of the Most High and instill your instructions. So when you wake up, you're like, oh shit, you don't even know what the fuck happened. So Esau really tried to play the role of the Most High, man. Because, Esau knows these scriptures as well, man. So they try to do things like it. But guess what? You're not going to prevail because the Lord got you in a trick bag, man.
Right.
That's why you people want to go to all these different studies. Oh, let me get a sleep study and this study. You don't know what the hell they doing to you, man.
Right.
You go to the doctor. That's why you pray to your high man. They want to give you anesthesia, let's put them under. You don't know what the fuck they doing to you, man. Right. So the scriptures tell you never trust our enemy, man.
And that's why some people get what sleep paralysis.
Oh God, that's right.
When you have actual demons, messing. Because these demons know who's getting visions. Because the Lord said, I will pour out my spirit.
That's right,
and these people, they're asleep right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the saying goes, the American dream. You gotta be asleep to believe it. Because this is all an illusion. Oh, and just like some it be times where a brother will fast, right? And you sleep and you think you ate food. And it feels so real. You wake up repenting to the Lord. Because I know it happened to me. I'm sure it happened to many other brothers. Fast and sleep. You felt like you think you went home. You wake up and sweat like, Lord, forgive me.
That happened to when Cornelius was supposed to come sin, and he had a dream that he was eating unclean things. He didn't understand what he was going through, man. But that dream just represented that Cornelius wasn't going to look like an average Israelite, man. And he was like, he said, I have never eaten anything unclean, Lord. He said, what I made clean, how you going to call it unclean, man? And that's the Lord telling you have to have obedience. You got to be obedient to it. Because whoever he sends and they want to learn, you have to teach them. I don't care what they look like. But it's not up to us to determine who's the Israelite. The Lord knows who they are. And he'll send them to the teacher. Why? Because that's how you deal with his money, man. You can never turn down the Lord's money when he's sending it to you. You have to treat it accordingly and flip that money, man. Just like if a nigga came to you with a brick and you was on the you was in the world, you know, with the Lord say, bring him back his money. But you would bring back a nigga in the world his money off a fucking brick, you know? So how much more the Lord? But this is oh shit.
Just like the prophets, when they had visions throughout the scriptures. Now the Lord sent out the angels to give them those visions. Like I believe Daniel when he was locked up. He had a vision of now, and it was so bad that I believe he was sick for like 2 weeks.
No, even what's that the prophet Ezra. You know, them dudes though, they really got sick because they couldn't handle it. They didn't know what the hell they just saw. And that's a heavy thing for the Lord to put on to you, man. You know? That's a heavy thing for the Lord to put on you, but hey man, you feel it. So he knows you can handle it. And guess what? He's gonna bring you back in your next life. And you're gonna be right back in the same life. And then you're gonna be able to break down what you saw. Like, oh shit, that's what that was. Why? Because you're in the time of relevancy. And right now we're in the time of relevancy with the things that the ancient prophets tell. So men are able to tell, and men are able to comprehend it. Men can get it. Like, oh shit, damn, I ain't know that. Oh, damn, now, once the spirit hops on you, and you in the right spirit, you go out and teach the same thing. Because it's a sense of urgency that's what's inside his body. Yeah, it's inside the spirit, man. You know? But this is the book of Acts to bring out what the brother was saying. This is the book of Acts, chapter 2, verse 17. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Most High. And we've been in the last days since Yahweh Shah was on the scene. But these the latter of the latter times, man. Yo, we in the time of the RFID microchip about to be made mandatory for you to have to get. We in the time of the jab and people still walking around playing games? Are you fucking kidding me? So that's the Lord, man. Hey, man, the Lord got a lot of you people in division, man. A lot of you people in division. And guess what? The Lord is going to come back and destroy the way. This is the book of Acts, chapter 2, starting at verse 17, once again from the top. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Most High, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams.
Lord could put a spirit in anybody to do that, like the brother said.
Right.
And you know what's heavy? The prophets that was before us, the disciples, that what they saw, they couldn't comprehend it.
Right.
What exactly, those flying spores were.
Right.
What exactly, because the technology, we didn't have those technologies back then.
That's right.
But now we having the visions, but we understand them more through the scriptures, through the spirit of Pab Yabashim Yahushua, Bashim Ukakadash, through the spirit. So now we're having those same visions back then. Again, But now what the Lord, just like when Yahushua was speaking in parables, a lot of people ask me why speaking down parables. He told me it's not meant to be said.
No, right.
In other words.
That's a heavy ass thing. The Lord, that's how strategic he is, man. That's right. That's scary. That's scary. For somebody to say something to you, and to them it's plain as hell. You know what I'm saying? Because they talking directly to you. You know, it's like a motherfucker that speak that pig Latin bullshit. I used to hate that shit. But they like my ex, one of my ex's mother, she used to talk that to her daughter in front of me. I used to be like, oh, what the fuck is this bitch saying? Why are you talking like that in front of me? But she taught her that so she understood it, man. You know, in pig Latin though, and that's a fucked up ass way. Just alone, just a big Latin. Yeah, a pig is unclean. Latin, that's not our language, man. You know, but the Lord spoke in parable. He told us. Like if you speak a parable to a person like the average mind, they're not going to get it, man, unless the Lord opens up their mind to get it. You know, that's why a lot of these different camps and all these other dudes, they can't break down certain things, and a lot of things go over their head, man. You know? And they want to get mad at men that's able to break it down, and not even just break it down, they get mad at men that's able to receive it. Yeah, good. The Lord, that's how you know the Lord is a separatist, and he separates even Israel, man. Different classes, man. It's levels to the things in Israel, man. You know? That's why these niggas rather prefer to be something in Babylon. Because they can't take the punishment. They can't take the pain. They can't take the suffering. But guess what? The Lord is long suffering, man. Like, you think he want his people at the bottom? He spoke those words, so he has to go through with it. That's why. But our people, they get very impatient. The first little thing, oh my God, I gotta run the heat off. I gotta do this. You tripping, man. And you unfaithful. Because the Lord is very faithful to his people. But people don't understand that. They don't understand the mind of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Bashim Chapadas, man. They don't understand it. That's why you people will perish, man. Lack of faith, man. But it's saying in the scriptures, our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And we come out here and give you knowledge. And other men that's under the umbrella of GMS, man. All the way on down, man. You got to, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, yo, you got the milk. The milk is still, you know what I'm saying? It's meat to some men. But you're supposed to go in this thing. If you just still teaching the milk, there's something wrong with you. The Lord is really not dealing. Even if you teach the milk, you're supposed to understand the meat. And when to give milk and when to give meat. Like you'll see somebody and trying to shove a fucking steak down a baby's throat, you're gonna kill them. You gotta know, man, the spirit will put it on you. It puts on you when to speak and when not to, man. You don't want to speak out of season. And you don't want to lead your people astray. Because, no, we in some world crucial times right now, man. These are very crucial times. And the Lord is about to come back, man. He's about to strike.
This book is 2 Peter, chapter 2. It's like 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 16.
God.
As also in all his epistles, speaking in depth of these things, in which are some things. It's lucky. It's not going to talk. 2 Peter, chapter 3, verse 16. And also in all his epistles, speaking in depth of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood, which they that are unlearned and unstable dress as they do also.
Yo, for some things but to some people it's hard to understand or hard to learn. That's why you ask questions. Yo, just like the RFID microchip. That's simple to some brothers, but to some brothers it's a fucking like a mystery chip. You know? And that's a simple thing. And that's how you know the Lord got levels to this, man. You know? To understand certain things, which is simple to some, hard to others. And that becomes a stumbling block. And instead of a brother just asking, because a man has it, and they might have been teaching together something, then they had a fallout over that. They want to go off their own mind and teach a whole different doctrine, which is leading brothers astray. So you putting a lot of blood on your hands doing those things, man. You're putting a whole lot of blood on your hands doing those things. Because you really don't believe in your Abba Shim Yahweh man. You believe in the society, the system, and you want this money here, man. Which is really not money, man. You want some type of food, some clout in Babylon. Instead of humbling down, if you don't understand, just ask questions, man. The Lord set men up to be keepers of your soul. And some men are just malicious because they want to take another brother's soul down with theirs, man. And that's wicked, man. And that's Satan on the people, man. The Lord loves his, man. Trust and believe that. That's right. Because if King David can go after one sheep, because he was a man that he heard his sheep and all that. And one sheep went astray, obviously that sheep did something to him. Just like here in Babylon. The Lord put his men right back here, so we all went astray here, man. Can't nobody say they didn't. Because he wasn't raised an Israelite. So we all went astray, but the Lord going to make sure he gathers all his men back together, no matter what. And King David was a man after Yahweh Bashim Yahweh's own heart, man. That's why he went to fight a fucking lion to get that sheep back. The Lord will go through any depth to get his men back, and you're not going to fall. Like corn is shifted in the sea, man. Not one grain shall fall to the ground. So the rest of you niggas out here that's on these other doctrines, the Lord's not dealing with you. And you're going to be sifted out, man. And it's about to be, I believe this time, and I'm not making it a doctrine, but I believe this Passover, you're going to have a great shifting, a shifting that you never saw in Israel before.
It's Isaiah chapter 8, verse number 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word,
right.
It is because there is no light in them.
That's right, there's no light in you, man. If you're not speaking the downfall of America, man, the RFID microchip is the mark of peace. Cornelius is an Israelite, the destruction of their salvation, prophecy, If you still on that saying, you're Israelite brother, right? Yeah, this. Okay, you can say that. But how are you going to teach the brother about how he's going to get salvation? How are you going to come out here on the highways and hedges knowing that you're an Israelite and still talking about Jesus Christ? Right? How? And you got Hebrew names, but you're still calling on Jesus the Christ.
But Bashar, that's why Paul, he was speaking to him. He was saying, not all Israel is of Israel. Right? Though you came from Abraham, you came from the lineage, but you're a heathen mentally. Right? Right. You can say you're Israelite and still be rocking some fucking drugs.
Yep.
Right. Smoking a bunkie.
Right.
I'm gonna play over his book sandwich. Because that's like you trying to be sarcastic with the Lord.
That's right.
Well,
what this thing is saying, cookies and boys.
That's great. It's your spiritual garment,
Right.
your inner garment.
Mm.
You know?
No, and that's like we were talking to the brothers up there, GMS Solomon Silly yesterday, man. And he was like, yo, that's the reason why you don't gotta wear, garments every day, or fringes every day. Why? Because we have spiritual fringes, man. We know who we are, man.
And that goes back to what you mentioned earlier. To be exact, the mawab.
That's right.
Because what? That inner garment, because we ain't taking these garments with us.
Yeah.
We're not taking this flesh with us.
That's right.
You know, ain't nothing here survive from the wrath that's coming by the Lord.
That's right.
You know?
Right.
But what you got in your heart, you know? Because you can't teach that. You can't teach, you know what I mean? You can't teach integrity, honesty.
Right,
the Lord has to spiritually suffer. Just like how we suffer right now, but nobody wants to come to the table.
Right.
It is written upon taste, and plain upon taste.
Right.
You know? So them brothers down there got what? Give us plain tables.
Right.
You know? Because who is the Lord that's going to allow to suffer?
Right.
This guy's got to be found worthy, man.
Right.
You know, and that's what we're doing. We're still striving to be found worthy when the Son of Man comes.
Right.
Because honestly, man, we all fall short. But that's part of what? You know, that renewal, shed. You know, a snake shed skin. You know, we shedding demons. We're shedding constantly. You know, we're reflecting on it and we get better on it. You know what I mean? But only the Lord knows, you know, how you really fighting that. Because these people, they get worse and worse. You start off as a child smoking weed. 5 years later, you're a crackhead. You know? The scriptures speak about being renewed in your mind daily. Something paraphrasing.
The brother made, he made an hell of a point. You know, like a snake shedding its skin. You know? But a snake, that's a beautiful point, but a snake is always going to be a snake. You know? Even if he tries to shave, but we are not snakes. You know, we're trying to shave off that old man daily. That old man, that man has to die daily, man. You know? And the scriptures tell you that we die daily, man. To this world.
Yeah.
To this place. You know? We are in this world, but we're not of it. You know? These people that like, man, you really think. And listen, for the people that wanted Biden, Harris, and all that, man, you got what you asked for. Because y'all ain't like Trump so much. But things are getting worse. Now all of a sudden they ask you to wear double masks. I seen a nigga with 3 masks on. So they trying to suffocate you. They trying to get you out of here faster. You know? They want you out of here faster, but you still can't believe it. Oh, I just hope the bar open back up. Yo, I seen videos of people with masks on, and they in restaurants and they cut a hole around where their mouth is at so they can feed their face.
Man.
That's foolishness, man.
Y'all seen where there was a mask on the floor that had a hole in it. You know what's in the hole? A condom. Chinese, the chick was giving her with the mask on. What the that doesn't make any sense.
Right. Right. Yeah, that's right, bro.
That just shows the pride and simplicity.
Right.
I got to really go.
Yeah.
So, This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust,
Right, God.
and be renewed in the spirit of your mind.
That's right. Yo, be renewed. So if you're renewing something, you know, you trying to make it back fresh. No, that's cool. You know? So you have to be renewed in your mind, man. You have to be reprogrammed. So what is renewed? Meaning again, new meaning being new again. That's why Yahweh Shah said you have to be born again, man. You know, because you grow up in a society and everything you learn, you like, God damn. So of course, when you first come into the truth, you're angry, man. And it tells you to be angry, but don't sin.
Right.
You know why? Because you woke up. You're fresh. Like, yo, you became that baby. And what a baby do when it don't understand or want to hear or want to learn, it cries out, man. So that's why you got elder brothers and things like that around you that can feed that cry. You know? And that's why the Lord set it up the way he did, man. Because we all get angry, man. We all get mad at this society. But the Lord has men on different levels when you watch people like, you know what? All right, let me calm down. But what? You just ate. So that fills your belly. Now you're able to feed another belly. You know? We have to learn, man.
And if I may, that's why when Yahweh Shai was feeding the multitude with the blood and the fish,
Right.
I believe the disciples, when they went to deploy, you know, they asked him what we're gonna, you know, deploy them with.
Right.
He told them, look, they consider not the miracle of the Lord.
That's right. That's
because
right.
yeah, he fed them physically, but at the same time, it was a parabolic, like it was a representation of God. You know, everything that Yahweh Shai said, that's that bread. So wherever you go, you're gonna take that with you.
That's right.
You know, and the Lord is gonna he's gonna feed you.
Right,
like how he fed Elijah when he was in the wilderness with the angels food, the manna,
right.
which is like a form of cake of bread, if you will.
That's right.
You know, something that rises. You know, so we are spiritually feeding not only people that's listening, but ourselves as well. Because we learn it from ourselves as well. And we're brothers.
That's right.
You know, when we talk to brothers, you know, and they say something insightful, and I said, you know, and we go back and forth, you know, you're well fed. Like, whoa, let me sit back and meditate on it real quick. Like when you eat, you get the itis, you're like, oh, which really you're not supposed to get the itis, you know? But that's what it is. So they consider not the milk for the loaves. So these people are not considering the words that we're speaking, which is not our words, but him that sent us. So our scriptures say, man can't live by bread alone, but by every word. You know?
Right.
So you gotta carry that with you. Take that, you know, with you, man. Cause yo, look at say, man. Yeah, John, he ate locusts and hung in the wilderness. Paul was eating like I believe flowers herbs, you know. These people, everything here is quick, fast, microwave, you know, fast food.
Yo, bro.
You got fat chicks that don't even want to cook. Go figure. It's just out of order. This place is completely out of order, inside out, upside down, twisted up.
We'll back up that precept that you just brought out. This is the book of Acts, chapter 3, verse 19. It says, repent ye, therefore, and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out, when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, God.
Time of refreshing. The Lord said, yeah, come, water, brother, water. So, in order to repent, you need to know what you're repenting from. You know? You have the Christians and all these so-called religions. Oh, God is all love. So why do you tell you to repent? You know, because there's a consequence. There's a consequence. If you don't show up for work, you're gonna get fired.
Right.
If you just, you know what I mean? Like if the Lord punishes us, you know, or correct us, if you will. Only if you learn from it, it's considered a correction. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you gotta know what you're repenting from.
Right.
Be converted. You know, you can find that too, but you know, being converted. You know, putting away the wicked eating pork and shrimps, polluting your body, smoking. Yeah.
The word was converted. The word for converted says education, which is transitively to turn to the worship of the true God.
To turn to. So what are we doing now? We're turning back to our Creator. And you know, we're turning back and we're seeking Him 10 times more now. You know, knowing that we were once off.
That's right.
You know, and even when we do go off at times, it's gonna make us want to go harder as well. You know, come on.
Jesus is Lord. So I can say Jesus is Lord on this man's card. When the brothers talking about turn back to Yahweh, sing our side, man. You know, that's spiritual. Yeah, it can, you know.
So we're turning back. You know what I mean? So that's part of the baptism.
Right.
You're being cleansed. You're putting away the negative, and you're resulting to the positive.
That's right.
Everything the scriptures we learned from has benefited us. You know, in every way, shape, or form, it has bettered us. There's nothing here that's bettering you. It's making you worse. The food you eat, everything you consume, spiritually, mentally, you know, the shit you listen to, you consume with your ears, because that is all you want to. You feeding your spirit. With this word, you're feeding our spirit.
It says to cause the turn to return to bring back. I'm bringing sex back.
You know, the Lord is bringing us back.
The Lord is bringing Israel back.
Just our deliverance. Don't want to do this. Right. So now that we felt like the brother mentioned earlier, the things I was reading before time was reading for our learning. So when we read these things, you know, that's supposed to inspire you.
That's right.
That's supposed to uplift you. Like, yo, that's our forefathers. Right. The kings, the princes, the judges.
That's right.
You know, the you know, the way they ministered, their testimonies, what they went through, all for the Lord.
Right.
You know, so that puts that hyperdrive in you to want to, you know, hey, we don't even tell you right now. Everybody else is considering the things of the world. You know, they're not turning back. You know,
it says, to the love and obedience of God. So the love for the children, to love wisdom and righteousness.
That's straight to the point, yeah. Huh?
Yo, man.
And love is action. I believe First John said what? If you, the love, this is the love of the Lord that you keep our commandments. You know, and it's not only, you know, 10 commandments. You know, all throughout the scriptures, it speaks about what the Lord commanded us to do and what not to do. You know? Now, we're not going to keep all of them to the T, but the Lord want to see you put that effort. He want to see you try. You know, even when you fall and fall and fall and fall again, as long as your eyes don't stay on the ground. You know? Because when you see somebody keep getting back up, You know, you see those battle scars. You know, you got brothers that got, trauma for certain things. You know, not everybody knows that because not everybody had went through it. Some brothers got to go through personal things. You know, but what? It's about getting back up and keep fighting. Like what's that movie? I believe it was the boy that played Rocky. But he said it's not about how hard you get hit, but how many times how many times you get hit and keep going. You know, because we constantly going through hurdles, obstacles. You know, trials and tribulations. You know, these are what this is. We're being tried and refined daily.
Right.
You know, tried and refined. We're going through the fire.
Back to Brother Up, man. So that when you said that, that reminded me of Rock. Which that's a a movie, whatever. But yo, this dude kept getting knocked down and getting right the fuck back up, man. And he got hit with some shit. But he kept rumbling to the battle was over, man. You know, he rumbled to the last bit of it, and that's spiritual because that's how we supposed to be in the truth. Because you're gonna take some blows, you're gonna take some hits, you know? But you gotta get the fuck back up and rumble harder, man. And learn from it. So this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 24 and verse 16. It says, for a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief.
Yeah. And the Lord is the one that's lifting us back up.
That's right.
You know, through His mercy, through His grace.
That's right.
And the wicked are going to fall in mischief. All these things that's going on are nothing but snares unto them.
This is the word mischief, which is rob, which is bad, evil, bad, disagreeable, malignant, bad, unpleasant, evil, giving pain, unhappiness, misery, evil, displeasing, bad of its kind, land, water, etc. Man. So you get the point, man. You know?
Just explain America in a nutshell.
God.
You know, these people are miserable.
All right.
You can feel it. You can see it in the bus. You can see it at work. You know, we miserable.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing how people down and out, right? Seeing how the women, are out of order. And that's why through the scriptures, it teaches us to be, to conduct ourselves in the manner, you know? Because some brothers never had an older figure or a father figure to actually physically and verbally teach them these things.
Right.
You know, so when we have brothers around and the apostles, those are our spiritual brothers.
Right.
That's right. Because those people in the churches, they're not telling you that. They're robbing you. They have a shot calling the den of thieves. You know? Nah, man, we're just preaching the Lord. The Lord is coming back to destroy this place. You know? And that's
I got master. Yeah, what? So you wear a mask today? Well, I'm saying, why you wear a mask? Why you wear a mask? The government says today. That's everybody else for it. Ain't nobody living in respect. Ain't nobody living in respect. They are it's cool. Nah, it's not cool, brother. It's not. It's not, bro. It's cool. But they infecting the people with their whole vaccination. They trying to that's nanotechnology. Put in your body. Don't say you won't get Lord's willing. Just say Lord's willing. Can't do this. Buddhist, what's your nationality? What's your dad? What would you say dad? I you heard about the Black Irish? The Black Irish. Dark skinned men that ran Ireland. You heard about it. So okay, so those people are Israelites. No, that's over there. So I mean, it's a good chance that you can be Israelites. We got it on all four corners of it. So it don't matter. It don't matter. Nah, bro. It goes back to the Father. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, bro. Because your father can see. Nah, what you say, you right. Right? So you only can be one thing. Like say this tree right here, drops a seed, right? Now this tree's right here in America. Now you take this seed from this tree right here, you go to Ireland. That's the same thing. Like you a man. Like you a man. So when you lay with a woman, you plant the seed of it. So that seed is going to come out where you want. And it's like the two Irish got hold on. My baby is Irish because the land determines the nationality and the race of the baby and the sex of the one plant the seed of something. That's the heritage. Shit,
Just like with the keys.
And it's being stronger again. You can take hold of the teacher.
and yours. Well, no, you know what, bro?
I remember my mother asking my father.
But see, now,
My father, my teachers and my grandmother.
but check it out. You just said something heavy. You said you look like your mom, but you act like your father. Why? Because you are who your father is. Because he put the seed. Now, check it out. Now, when you had, that was a beautiful thing, right? Because listen,
It's meant to you for all this.
oh yeah, but check this out, bro. Now you said that, right? Now the Moors, right? They 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 conquered Sicily. So the women look like Lickflex, right? But the Moors look like Aquaflex. Because the word Moor, the word Moor just means black, right? So they were dark skinned men. They took over Sicily, they raided it, they conquered, killed the men, they took the women for sport. Now the children came out looking like the mother, like you just said. You said you look like your mother, but you act like your father. So them children look like their mothers, complexion and everything, but they acting like their fathers because that's the seed that was put in them. You know? But you know,
That's why I feel like, I mean,
probably an Israelite. But nah, yo, let the brother bring out the scripture. Yeah. Just hear it out.
To back it up.
Just hear it out.
In the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18, it says, And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees, which is like another word for Jesus. I'll stop at the top. Okay.
Nah, good, brother.
Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
Yeah, so they gather all the people together. So, like, when you go into the scriptures, like, and you start reading, your house is who your father is, right? So, like, obviously, my name Mike. So, if I have children that we going around in different basements, they'd be like, yo, what house you from? Yo, I'm from the house of Mike, right? So the people would know when we had our own different, like, flags, coat of arms. Yeah, but we have our coat of arms like this is our heritage, right? From the priesthood, right? Because that though we got the menorah, that's all our heritage. So we would have that on flags and stuff like that. So those people right there, those people over there that beat them, they like the dukes and all that, they all have their different suits, and that represents the house. You know, so they understand it. So if you are in good standings with the whole world, whatever, it's like, yo, you some this up. Yo, don't fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? But you have
man, that's the spirit of human beings nowadays. We're good. They always have power.
right. Somebody said he said that's the spirit. Yeah, that's the spirit. But
See,
see,
lingers.
yeah,
Lingers, and it goes on to the next generation every time.
that's right, brother. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. You see, like he said,
That's why,
Mike.
I mean, personally, from my belief, the Buddhist monks burn themselves alive for a reason.
Why
Show
would
power
you
of
do that?
mind.
Well, why would he burn himself alive?
Because we have to suffer for the rest of the world who is fucking thinking about it compassionately, but he didn't do it as a religious or selfish act. Like he did it for the greater good of everybody and what the mind state was in that era.
So he burnt himself.
So
he killed himself.
he drenched himself in gasoline and but he was a Buddhist monk for 30 years.
Yeah, but listen.
There's a whole the reason why I say that's some powerful stuff. Everybody else harms themselves for greater good of people. Why would you harm yourself?
No, the Lord is not about nuts. I would never ever see that. That's how I know you're not like this. Like, you got a different spirit. Because if you really truly believe in that, you're like, man, fuck that. Yo, Buddha went out like that, I'm doing that shit tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? See that? Because you have a different spirit. Man. You are separated from it. So I'm telling you, yo, man, I believe you're Israel, bro. Because we're not about harming ourselves, we're about healing. And that's what we coming out here. Spiritually, we have to heal our people. Because we've been brought up with so many different doctrines and philosophies.
There's also a lot of people from different bloodlines that are evil.
That's right, bro.
And bring narcissistic fucking food abuse to the table every time they meet somebody.
That's right, brother. That's right.
And it's selfish, and that's the self-centeredness that can create destruction.
It already has. That's right. It already is. But it's going to get worse. It's getting way worse. That's right, bro. I mean, people think 2021 is going to be great.
2020, I thought it was going to be the year of free vision, right? I was totally wrong. I got out of a fucking relationship with a narcissist. It's the first time I've ever experienced this thing.
With the woman.
Man, she was knocking flat, son.
Oh, man. Hold on. I got a scripture.
And you know what's crazy that I've read, you know what I mean? I read the Torah. I've done little bits.
That's it. That's you, man.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. I'm just big up Buddhism. I mean, I find it follow his
Flavor that just like art.
maybe why I'm able to come into your circle right now. For no reason, right? I just knew that. But I was allowed to be in that circle. Some people saw, some people ignore.
And the Lord brought you up here. It's no coincidence, you know?
Right. I believe in God. I'm not a preacher, but I do believe in one universe, and all this is one matter what God exists or not. Or no. I believe you guys exist in the fucking mind of the beholder. Truthfully, they emanate energy. Energy, it doesn't prove anything wrong. It was completely right.
You have different spirits. Just
Right.
like every nation has their own land and their own language.
Every galaxy has a
I
different planet.
can't have a conversation with a Chinese person because they got different, their spirits are in different
No,
things.
but you're thinking of the mentality though. That's where you went wrong.
I mean,
You can have a conversation with a Chinese person, and depending on their spirit links with yours and coincides, dude. If you can't be concurrent with regular people evolving, how could you ever be a social person?
you know what I'm saying is like, as far as belief, there's different gods.
Well, yeah,
That's not unity.
but no, there's different gods, but there's also different cultures, different communities, different traditions that they were taught. That's how we were taught.
Okay.
We all learn different things going through life, and we experience different mindsets.
Can I bring out
People evolve, man.
I got something for you real quick. This is the book of Psalms. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 106, verse 35. It says, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. So see, the Lord spread us out. The so-called Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, which are biblical Israelites, he put us in all these different lands. And our people ended up learning the traditions and the works of the heathenistic nations.
You know,
You know?
I completely agree with that. My view, what I heard you say, you guys saying, is that We must walk with the evil in order to do evil deeds. You gotta walk with good people in order to have good attraction, good vibration, good energy. That's how I heard what people say. So you gotta be amongst heathens to be a heathen, right?
That's
If you're among heathens, right, you're not supposed to follow them.
Yeah, but if you're not like them, you're gonna question them. You're not out there, you're not gonna trust anybody.
That's right.
And that's a heathen. That's a true animal. That's a true wolf. If you know how to recognize when you're among sheep, you already know it's time. No matter what, bro.
Yeah, that's right. So check it out. This is you said about the foods, right? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 96, verse 5. It says, "For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heaven." You know?
Right.
So all the gods, everybody got a different God. Every nation has a different God.
Absolutely.
But it's only one true living power. And his name is Yahweh. And the son's name is Yahweh son. Who the word is called Jesus Christ.
That may be.
No, that's the truth.
That may be.
That's the truth.
That may be the truth. It may not be the truth. Oh, that's the truth. Depending on the person.
Everybody has God.
No matter who it is. Ain't nobody. Jesus believes in quality as well.
Okay,
It's different. It's different when you're looking into a person that you feel to teach you something to grow.
Everybody, okay, so everybody, why they choose certain people different ways. So would you say that? So would you say it's a certain people that you love and everybody in America? Would you say it's a certain people, a race of people that treat differently than people like the so-called white people? Since you said that everybody,
To be honest, that question, the last part that you made was racial.
but listen, but no, it's not racist. I'm saying everybody is racist, but everybody is created equal. But everybody is equal. Why doesn't everybody get the same equal opportunity? That's just the truth.
You're trying to slip me up. You are.
I'm not saying
the question is, everybody gets treated badly. But there's other people that get treated worse.
okay, so now, so they're not.
There's always going to be somebody treated
exactly. So that means they're not treated equal.
right.
You just said it. You just said it. But you said everybody. Oh, you said
I believe your words.
I
believe you're equal to me. I'm equal to you. You're equal to me. I'm talking I believe in your faith as well. I believe in all faith.
So, okay, you're equal to, let's say, the president.
Equal to the president. Okay. Adapt his hand. Look, just like I would adapt your hand up.
They're not going to teach you.
That's how I'm going to be. I'm going to change who I am. I won't ever let somebody bring me out of my character.
No.
I'm going to be in positivity.
No doubt.
I believe in love.
No, but check it out.
Check this out. Read the book of St. Luke, chapter 12 and verse 51. It says, "Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you today, which is from, but rather division." Luke chapter 12, verse 51. "Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth." So that was a question. It says, "I tell you today."
So that now, suppose that I.
Yeah, more to that.
No, but yeah,
But rather division.
Suppose he's coming to peace on earth. Ain't nobody in peace right now. Yo, you in the midst of World War II. Nah, you in the midst of World War II.
Where that was word was spoken, and that's a true way of understanding scripture. Is to hear it orally. You must hear oral transmission before you understand it fully. Right, I'm speaking to you as well, though.
But there's no influence in something. So
there's never been anything new.
It repeats itself.
The only thing new is
the technology issue.
You're speaking of present time. Talking about a world as a whole. You understand? That's all it is. But you don't word, man, for real, bro. I do, I really do.
About to slide out of it.
I appreciate you asking me up for real.
Have a good night, brother. the end of the day, man. Yo, that dude's a G. Yeah, cause but see, hey man, yo, can you grab the one real quick? I'm about to start when it says there's a difference between like I'm about to start. Yo, he said, yo, this man said that, yo, that we are equal, man. You know? So we was all equal. Why the hell did we come over here on slave ships? Like, if you go in the book of Deuteronomy, what's that? 28 and 60.
Oh, and real quick, we are the ones that fit that history.
That's right. Yeah, come.
Transatlantic, the sub-Saharan
Right.
trade, slave trade. Because who else was sold to other entities?
That's a beautiful point. Because if we was, if we wouldn't have
Right, yeah, because we start hand in hand with everybody else.
that's right. So that dude, he's indoctrinated, but hey, man, at least he heard that he was an Israelite. Because that's why you got to try to split it out. Now, some dudes would just cuss him out, like, you were trapping fuck out of the same people. No, but hey, he Jake, man. He was trying to guide about the whole situation. That's how you know, like, why you went back? Because I got ink on my head.
That makes me look like a ninja.
Dang, yo, come on, man. That's some Jake shit, man. That this dude was on, man. But hey, man, but that's why, the Lord God, by Shua outside, by Shua Chaka, God put us out there, man. To heal the sick, and that dude right there, he was sick, man. He looked like another nation. If he was an Israelite, but he's sick.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel,
right, any other children of Israel, which is so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and what that dude was a special person. Because he looked like an urban nation. And I guarantee, like in Ireland, you got people that look like him, and I guarantee they live in the ghettos, in the slums. Just like even here in Kansas or any hood, man, or not South Philly. No. Oh yeah, and you had what? Dudes that look like Edomites, but they was changed. Go to Philadelphia, you go to Baltimore, New York, and anywhere, man. Yeah, you have they look like another nation, but they changed. And guess what? They live in the slums, man. And that's to the spirit because you can't escape the curses, man. If you're an Israelite, you cannot escape the curses because they fall upon you because why you are an Israelite. All right?
God.
A little more meat on that.
And the only way you can get that, real quick, the only way you can be put in that predicament is if you're an Israelite. Because you got Asians, they'll come over in the land and get $20,000 rents. Living downtown, so.
Yeah, and I might say some of them are take because you have, Ephraim come from like Puerto Rico, different countries or whatever, and get rent for a store, but they still under the curses as well. Because you don't know what they're going through to have there. They're still under the curses. It may seem like they're doing well, but they're small business. In the giant shit.
Everything's not social. So it says, Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. But again, any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that he may know that the Lord took a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Right, so the Lord put a difference between the heathens and Israel. Even with Joseph and Moses, it was still a difference between them. We just had the complexion of it, man. That's why we ran into the western coast of Africa in 78.
Joseph,
Yeah,
they dressed him up like an Egyptian.
yo, that's right.
They'll make you look like that.
That's right. And
And what
that's
they did to him when they found out what house he came from. They were like, yo, you think they stuffed him down, basically. When his brothers came,
nah, he was up. Because like he was
no, I mean,
yeah, he was cool with the pharaoh.
I think that was after the
Yeah, but he was that's when that's after they had left because those Jacob had passed away. Israel, he was like, yo, don't take my bone with you. But after that one pharaoh passed away, that was leading when Joseph was around, then the dude he saw how Israel was multiplying in Egypt. So he was like, and then the Egyptians got together like, yo, man, if these people keep multiplying like that, they're gonna take us over. So that's when they put him in state because he still was in that country. But he forgot about Joseph. He's like, man, fuck Joseph. No, that's not my man. That was his man.
yeah. That he was part of that lineage.
So, and that's how like everybody ain't made. You can clearly tell that in the scripture. So that's some doctrine indoctrinated by these damn devils. Yeah, we're all equal. But you're just down here. You live right here, buddy. So we're equal, man. We can get the same jobs, same opportunity.
That's why he saw those kings, like the brother mentioned, the Dukes and others. A lot of them committed incest just so they could keep that pure, so-called pure lineage.
That's what.
Or even in the mafia. To join the mafia, you got to be 100% Italian.
Nah, they are.
You know what I'm saying? To join, you got to be 100% Italian. So just that mindset. It's like, you know what I mean?
But they jinxed us, so they like, yo, you gotta be, man, your bloodline gotta be this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go back to this. If you ain't Sicilian, and then the Sicilians act like niggas, man.
Hell,
Yo, listen, man, you got a wife that he fucked up. And that's to a certain degree, that's integrity too. Esau just don't give a fuck. At least they had some type of, they was gangsters, but they had some type of integrity when it came to what they did. They had a certain code that they followed by. Esau has no code at all. He did, yeah. All he do is, man, we want everything. We go around killing everybody. Them Sicilians and bosses, man, they was robbing Esau. Taking from business.
they went to war with the
I'm off the
They show you that in Aisha.
they was going at it with Amalek. Cause through their spirit, they know like, man, y'all ain't us, man. Y'all got all this, man. We taking this shit. The same way, and that's the spirit of their forefathers, the Moors, which the Moors were Israelites. Because what they do, they came and conquered. So they still have that type of mentality on them, man. So like that dude said, man, it ain't no damn we're not equal, man. And if once he's in that mindset, but he heard the truth, he heard the name of his word, he heard he's an Israelite. And if he keeps continuing to go into that, the seed of the planet. So he's going to find out real soon that he's not equal to them when they start beating your head in, when they coming with these FEMA camps. And FEMA really wants America right now. Like Philadelphia already teamed up with FEMA to vaccinate people down there at the convention center. Now that's a federal owned building. The convention center where they used to have flower shows, car shows. Now that's a fucking federal building. Like the federal building on Fifth and Market. This place about to get top down. He was everywhere.
They're saying that by March, they're trying to have what was it, 6,000
a day.
A day get vaccinated.
That's a lot of motherfuckers.
Why do you think they had the troops out here? Because that's part of the dark unit. Because you got even in New York, the Yankee Stadium. That's they chose that. They called it a mega site.
Right.
And they doing that to the churches too. People line up to go to the churches to take that. Showing you, man, like all of them are in cahoots.
Right.
Under the same. Oh, the Pope. The Pope said he said they're gonna fire the Catholic employees if they don't take that leave.
Yeah.
You know? So soon you're not gonna get no religious exemptions.
Right.
You know, there's
They're like, fuck it with it. Because, yo, like the brother said, man, they find people from the Catholic Church. That's because they went there. That's that New World Order, one world religion. And the Catholic Church is with that.
that's the most popular.
Yeah, God, yeah, that's exact. That's the most popular. And yo, that's where the Catholic Church started out. For wicked Israelites. You know? But just to back the fuck up. So, you know, these vaccination spots is going to change these spots. This is Revelation chapter 13. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. You know, so they just prepped it before, yo, we got these mass vaccination spots, you know, mass spots to vaccinate everybody, you know. So it's starting off, so people are running to that, yo, I need my job, I gotta get this, man. You know? Yeah, cut. Yo, I'm about to get evicted, I gotta get this, I gotta do something. You know, cut. Instead of trusting in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Chakadash, man. That's the book of Sirach, I believe the 12th chapter, the 10th verse, or maybe it's 10, 12, when it says never trust our enemy, man. Right. You know? So you running down there, you want to get vaccinated like you tripping. Because you don't have faith in the Lord. So they, and all these things, like the Apostle Kabbalah is a gradually. So they're gradually making this thing normal. So people like, oh, the chicken, I'll go get it. You got this nigga Lil Uzi Vert talking about, so I'm gonna go get the brain, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, that mushroom.
Yeah, son. So he wanna go get the shit, man.
Who knows if they pay him more to do that?
That's right, no, son. That's right.
They're using all these athletes, musicians to endorse that shit. Like the NFL player, he's talking about getting paid off of Bitcoin. So now in Miami they're doing it. So now people they're slowly, like you said, step by step, booklet. You know,
you to get your game on track, not your wig pushed back.
Yeah.
Yo, and that's it, yo. That's Esau. People, I'm giving you this book, but yo, Yahweh did the same thing on the right hand side. A step-by-step booklet for you to get the game on track, not your wig pushed back. Tu nombre uno. You know? So the Lord, man, he got, and that book, man, that booklet for you to get is what the scriptures, man. The Bible, man. You know? That's how you ain't going to get your wig pushed back to for you Israelites, is to turn back to your heritage, man.
That's right.
But if you don't, guess what? You're going to get your wig pushed back.
I got something real quick,
Right,
brother. Revelation 3:6. That and that's that word sensation. Because the brother mentioned, you know, God, because things are happening in a systematic fashion. You know, they're not just gonna bring everything on everybody. There's what is it? They're social engineering these people's minds to accept seeing what truths.
Right.
Look at the truth. You know, the hip process. Because people look out on the church, but they accept wearing masks.
Yeah, people still missing about it.
You know?
Now you got people freely throwing on too bad because they said it.
Right.
And like you said, you said they getting them used to seeing the troops and everything on the streets. Yeah, got it. Commercials. That's right. Yup. Then you got the nigga one. She twerking next to the troops. I see this shit down campus. These bitches, nigga, women twerking with the troops. You know what I'm saying? Taking pictures, letting their children take pictures with these troops, man. You know? So guess what, man? The Lord, hey, man, they setting all these things up. These troops are not set up for your protection. They're set up to fuck your ass up, man. Control. But you like, oh yeah, look at the troops there. They had to bring them down here. You niggas are fucking crazy, man. You know? But this description the brother asked for, this is Revelation chapter 3, verse 12. It says, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple. 3 and 12, right? Oh, Salat. This is Revelation 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Right. And it says it's going to try all the world.
Right.
This is a global event.
Right. Yup.
You know? This is a global thing, so it's everybody's going to feel it. Right. You know what I mean? Just like when the war starts, it's going to be a global war. That's why they're trying to have a one world government. You know? So that's when we headed to that hour of temptation.
That's right.
When they make things mandatory.
Right. Yo, and that word in the Greek for temptation is parasmas. Parasmas, which means an experiment. It says an experiment, attempt, trial, proving.
Trial. He's a trial run.
That's right. Yo,
he's a trial run.
Yo.
Before they come to life.
Nah, you gotta put
before they actually, you know what I mean, put the stamp on it, they do trial runs to see how people react, to see the numbers, to see how they could come and you know what I'm saying? Bring it full throttle.
Right.
You know?
Yo, but like it says, an experiment, man. Right. Yo, and that's what Jake is really known for in this country. He's even known for experiments, entertainment, or the blame. You know? Experiment, entertainment, or for the blame, man. You know? So now once they experiment with you, they want you to see them niggas, they the reason why we got the virus, man. So they're blaming you, man. You know? Because you ready to go get the job, man. So they experiment on you because, yo, the majority really going to all those things and look those things up and see. All they do is take is test them, man. You know, you got a place down there in Alamy, man, where they was taking blood plasma, man, from Jake. Yeah, and Jake telling yo, I need the money. I gotta go down there. They're taking your blood plasma and you not questioning why? What the fuck? Like Jacob is really destroyed, man. Just for some FRNs, man. Some fucking FRNs.
About to be destroyed.
Man, you don't have no faith in y'all boss in that side, man. But yeah, man, yo, it says trial experiment, man. You know? Hold on. It says, hey, trial proving the trial made of you by Salaki. The trial made of you by my bodily condition, since condition served as the test love of the Galatians to his blood. Nah, that's but yeah, an experiment, a trial proving, man. You know? So that's all this whole corona thing, and it's an experiment, a trial, so they can try to bring it, usher in their new world order. You know, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem outside, by Shem Dash, it's not going to happen. But with that, man, we hope that this camp was edifying. Hope that the brothers that need to see it, the Aquafim that need to see it, maybe got it. So the next time we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Shem, Yahushua, by Shimon Hakadash, double water say Apostle Elder Big Nostrum, Shalom to the left. Death to America!
That's too much.
Those spirits. Oh.